magandang araw mga idol. Matapos patombahin ang mga Mexicanong boksingero na sila Marco Antonio Barrera at Emmanuel Lucero, ay muli na namang lumaban ang ating pambansang kamao Manny Pacquiao sa isa sa mga veteranong Mexican boxer, at ito nga ay walang iba kundi si Hector Velasquez, isang boksingero na masasabing wala ring inaatrasan na laban. May record noon na 42 wins, may 10 talo at 2 tabla, at nanalo sa huling laban niya, kaya naman kumpiyansa ang Meksikano na matatalo niya ang Filipino champion. Samantalang ang ating pambansang kamao Manny Pacquiao ay kagagaling lamang sa isang masakit na pagkatalo sa Meksikanong si Eric Morales. Subalit ang hindi alam ng maangas na Meksikanong si Velasquez pagkatapos matalo ng ating pambato kay Eric Morales ay malaki na ang pinagbago ni Manny Pacquiao. Dito matitikman Hector Velasquez kung ano ang in-improve ni Pacquiao matapos yung talunin ni Morales. At noong September 2005 ay naglaban si Hector Velasquez at Senator Manny Pacquiao para sa bakanting WBC International Super Featherweight title. Ano kaya ang mangyayari matapos sigawan ni Hector Velasquez si pabansang kamao Manny Pacquiao?
He's not really a 130-pound fighter. Even those around Pacquiao would confess that they think his best weight is 126. But he fights at 130, chasing another big fight with Morales. Hard left hand. Round one produces contact so far.
That's what I was saying to Pacquiao. I thought you were a fighter. Let's see you fight me.
This isn't going to try to hide from Pacquiao's speed and power. Left side by Pacquiao, stiff right hand by Velasquez. Momentarily backs the Filipino star off.
So far, straight left hand, usually with his opponents with their heads up. So far, he hasn't been able to do that because of the low head movement. Velasquez's ability to bend his head down has been making it very difficult for Pacquiao to land his favorite punches.
There was the straight left hand. He led with it and landed the punch. In the past, Pacquiao has been criticized for jab left.
Sa unang round ay makikita ang maangas na galaw ng Mexican fighter. At dito makikitang sinigawan ni Velasquez si Pacman na tila ba sinasabing walang kwenta ang mga suntok ni Pacquiao.
In round one, and Pacquiao looks as though he didn't exactly expect this. No, and twice to the body.
Gunggong! Barinig kita sa mukha eh!
For the most part, Pacquiao is doing the same thing. He's still trying to land that powerful straight left hand of his.
Pacquiao landed it right. Velasquez just a little bit more than 2 minutes into round one. It's the kind of fight Manny Pacquiao wants to fight, but against an up crowd and shake his head a little bit, as if to say he's trying to butt me with his skull. There's an opponent who looks bigger and stronger.
And his opponent is very confident and very focused. I think this Mexican crowd right here is giving him a lot of encouragement.
A big right hand by Velasquez. Pacquiao tries to answer straight away with a hard left hand. And there's a good left from Pacquiao.
Also,
they've flirted with headbutts 3 or 4 times in the first round already.
serious headbutts too.
And as we go to the corner, Velasquez holds his hands out as if to say, that didn't hurt.
And actually headbutts may be a big factor in this fight, the way it's looking.
Pacquiao was bothered in the first fight against Morales by a cut that he suffered in the 5th round of the fight.
Accurate power puncher of Pacquiao, but he's still coming in very, very determined.
The cut could have been the product of a punch or of a headbutt. Look at the wild swinging that typifies the action to begin round 2.
Determined, and his style seems to be giving a little problem to Pacquiao.
Well, and his size as well, because he's been hit.
Marco Antonio Barrera in San Antonio in November of '03. Since that time, he's been fighting bigger guys.
Hit some nice solid punches and walked right through them.
Right. Pacquiao's biggest win was his devastating TKO.
He throws that powerful left hand sometimes. Temporarily, he's out of position because he punches with so much power. Some of these guys come back with
in outboxing him earlier this year. Used Pacquiao's head as a target for his jab over and over. Now Manny began that he has a still head and is not that difficult to hit.
That's true.
Morales certainly took advantage of that. Begins to assert himself a little bit more here in round 2.
He's trying to find that knockout power. And see, once again, that's what I'm saying. After he throws that left hand punch, that's when he gets caught usually, right after that.
But he got...
And he's getting closer and closer.
It's going to take an accumulation, it would appear. But the accumulation could well take place. Velasquez with a counter left hand in
Right,
that last
once again.
exchange. That stunned Velasquez. Velasquez now nailing Pacquiao with the right. After two big Pacquiao left hands.
You know, the guy like Velasquez, sometimes you have to watch very carefully. He's so uncoordinated and gangly.
Pacquiao backs Velasquez off to the left. Velasquez wobbled momentarily.
That you'll get excited thinking that he's hurt and maybe overextend yourself.
Pacquiao is starting to get... Now the speed begins to show up. More accurate with both his jab and the left hand. That lead left hand landed flush.
Pacquiao is trying to take a break right now just to figure out what's going on.
And shook his head a bit. Pacquiao landing a left in there. He blocked one right hand with his glove, took the second right hand. Velasquez with a right and a left. Wild action extends beyond the bell at the end of the... Straight right hand for Velasquez. Velasquez swinging away with the right hand after Pacquiao popped him inside with the left.
Right there, come on.
And you heard Velasquez's corner, Emmanuel. They think he's overexcited and they want him to be more under... That's right, he's momentarily wearing air...
It's just such a strong pro-Mexican crowd, even though you have a good Filipino crowd here, but it's got
Morales' cape because he's got the full support of Morales' crowd. So maybe he feels like he's Morales. But in truth, Manny Pacquiao doesn't stay in a southpaw stance all that much.
That's right. And so, you know, by the same token, even though he's not the most talented guy, he's doing something I think is very good with his limited talent. And that's often why he's vulnerable to get hit a lot. He actually gets square sometimes after he throws punches, like right there.
He would just as soon square up because he wants to fight. Who hit and get hit. Manny Pacquiao hits and gets hit. Hard left hand.
He's a very exciting, explosive fighter. I love him. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch.
Well, if you want to see guys...
I have the sense that Pacquiao's speed is beginning to dominate, but that Velasquez...
Velasquez is just so much slower.
And now it's in sensational shape. Pacquiao is known to be a gym rat, very proud of his training habits.
So it looks like Pacquiao seems to be in very good condition. Even though he's punching a lot, he seems to have recuperating powers very good and coming back right after each exchange.
Does appear to be fans in Los Angeles were allowed to come to the Wild Card gym where Freddie Roach trains Pacquiao and watch him train on a daily basis. After that fight, Roach decided that was too much of a distraction. This time around, they shut them out.
His favorite combination is to land you with a right jab and with a powerful left hand, and sometimes he comes...
Somebody comes as hard as Pacquiao, he doesn't have to look good. And
the idea to hold the glove firm so that it doesn't go right into your face, as is what happened to Velasquez there.
Okay, Jim, 2 rounds to 1, 29-28, Manny.
There's the speed and the big left hand by Pacquiao. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 3 rounds?
Pacquiao. Jim, that's what Hector Velasquez did enough with that looping right when Manny Pacquiao's right in front of him, and that's all there is to it.
Power connects in round 3.
But in rounds 2 and 3, Manny Pacquiao with that straight left hand and that move after he hits him has just been murdering Velasquez. I mean, Velasquez has to score.
Pacquiao was 18 out of 47. Velasquez 8 out of 38. Pacquiao has found the openings in that attack to allow him to land power. So Velasquez got a benefit early on.
But, you know, I guess it's a tough guy mentally, I think, and physically. And also, you know, basically
The Philippines. He's been in 5 different movies, in each of the last 2, he's the star.
They are still doing basically the same thing over and over, though. If he would relax and box him like they've been telling him.
And action fighters from other kinds of action fighting sports and combat sports.
He can keep having back-to-back. And when you're fighting the quality guys, you don't...
wants every moment of his life to be a thriller.
Yeah, but it is, but you know, I don't know how many of these type fights you can knock them out that easy.
well, fighters like this, as you know, when they're filled with confidence, and it's the time you just gotta take the gun and shoot it. Emmanuel, they have a few hot years.
Larry, you're right, but still, a fighter like him, he has to do what he's doing right now. He may make enough money and next year or two, where if he does run out of energy, so to say, he'll at least be a rich man.
Sluggers.
Opening next week in Los Angeles, and he's also going to
Life that Jack Dempsey had. He has, in some ways, the kind of life that Mike Tyson had at his peak in the ring. Manny Pacquiao has parallels to both those guys.
Which
the Black-Eyed Peas in a song called Champion.
Black-Eyed Peas are red hot. Manny Pacquiao's red hot. Good match. Black-Eyed
Tyson's fists for a champion.
Manny Pacquiao is a high-contact fighter.
and the last guys are just so relaxed.
Or body punches. I sometimes get the impression he could go a whole month without throwing a body punch.
No, he just loves to fight. He's a very exciting guy.
Couldn't he make it easier if he would focus on the body just a little bit, Emmanuel?
Oh yeah, and he could box a little bit. Mix up his attacher. You could expect nothing but dynamite in every punch.
And there's a good, solid left hand upstairs,
Good
set up by the body punch. Velasquez gets in a good...
Here's a good body punch.
Good little shot to the body. Pacquiao just keeps bombing him upstairs with rights and lefts.
No.
Tonight than we usually see him.
Yeah. You know, when he gets tired after his explosion and wants to take a break.
Pacquiao has landed more right hands.
And set up and start all over again without being in any danger. Another good right hand.
Gloria gave a hug to the fighter he fought in his last fight. Ferris suffered subdural bleeding and actually was taken to a hospital. And Gloria dedicated his knockout tonight to his previous opponent.
He's an Hawaiian American, of course, but he is a hunter for his fan base as well.
CompuBox numbers through round 5. Pacquiao's landed 100%
Filipino background so that he can take advantage of all the Filipino fans.
Velasquez has landed 68. Shows you what a dynamic offensive force Pacquiao is. Shows you that he leaves himself open defensively.
Yes, it does. But this is a...
There's an abrasion alongside the left eye of Velasquez. Testimony to those right hands he's been catching just through it
With his power shots.
But I'm very impressed.
Sizzling right hand inside by Pacquiao, who has zeroed in the last couple of rounds.
But when you're fighting guys who are like Muradas who are coming in from 140 at natural weight, it can be a big...
Got 40 seconds to get it done. One of the most vicious finishers in the sport.
factor late in the fight.
Perfect right hand by Pacquiao.
Right hook.
Stuns Velasquez. Pacquiao trying to finish it. Velasquez in big trouble now. Trying to hold on.
Velasquez is doing something with the opponent.
Pacquiao just missed a counter left hand that would have ended the fight.
There's no way I can see him going into the fight.
The increasing accuracy of Pacquiao's shots making a difference, and Velasquez goes to his knee now. And that's a stoppage.
Good call by the referee.
Something.
At iyon na nga, matapos angasan at sigawan ni Hector Velasquez si pambansang kamao Manny Pacquiao, ay sunod-sunod na ang rounds na nakuha ni Pacman. At pagdating sa round 6 ay itinigil na ito ng referee dahil kita naman na no match ang Mexicano. Nanalo si Pacman by a technical knockout sa round 6. Well, siguro isip-isip ni Velasquez matapos ang kanilang laban ni Pacquiao ay dapat hindi niya ito inangasan at sinigawan.
Featherweight International Champion Manny Pacquiao.